scheduled first round of this year's general elections. Tomorrow, the polls open. Tomorrow, we affirm that Nigeria stands as a democracy and that no worldly hand can deter us from this wise and fitting path we have chosen for ourselves. While democracy is the most beneficial way to select a nation's leaders, it is far from the easiest thing to achieve and maintain. It requires a combination of patience, tolerance, compassion, diligence, wisdom, and hope. These traits exist in us, the Nigerian people. Because of who we are, democracy has the chance to flourish in this land. Thus, I commend all of you for your patience and peaceful conduct so far during this electoral season, and especially during this intervening week following the postponement of the February 16th elections. Many were worried and thought the worst might happen. You proved them wrong by showing that you are a great people with an abiding love for peace, democracy, and the unity of our country. According to the daily INEC public briefings given this week, the Electoral Commission says it is ready and fully prepared to conduct the election in a free, fair, and transparent manner. I believe INEC realizes the profound and weighty duty that rests upon it. We must cast aside doubt and have faith that INEC will rise to the occasion. We must believe and encourage INEC to fulfill and honor this responsibility it owes to our country. As you are present, I hereby ask all Nigerians with voting cards to participate in defining the future of our nation by exercising your democratic rights tomorrow. I urge you to go out and vote. I say this because elections are the cornerstone of representative governance, and voting constitutes the highest and best expression of the sovereign will of the people to choose the government that best represents them. It is only upon the freely expressed will of the people that government truly dedicated to the welfare, rights, and interests of the people can be founded. Do not allow anyone to discourage you from the exercise of your rights as citizens and voters tomorrow. To vote means that you believe in Nigeria and the excellent things the future holds for this nation and its people. No matter your political leanings, we all believe in Nigeria, in the noble principles for which it stands, and in the values we strive for our beloved nation to uphold. All who are able must vote so that we may better perfect this democracy and continue to build the greater nation we seek. Do not be afraid of rumors of violence and unrest. Our security agencies have worked diligently to ensure that adequate security measures are in place. You will be able to vote in an atmosphere of openness and peace, devoid of fear from threat or intimidation. International and domestic monitors and observers are assured of their safety and freedom of movement needed to perform their important functions. As we thank domestic monitors and observers for their contributions to our democracy, we also thank the international groups for the friendship and concern they have demonstrated to our nation. We appreciate their efforts in encouraging us to further entrench and strengthen our democracy. Tomorrow is an encounter with history in which you, the people, shall affirm your collective belief in our national greatness and in our future. I ask that you embrace and hold on to the importance of the moment soon to be upon us. Honor your civic duty as voters by going to the polls tomorrow to vote for the government of your choice, for the government that will lead Nigeria towards its finest destiny. As citizens, there is no greater duty than this and no greater honor. Tomorrow, I know you will once again make Nigeria proud of its people. May God bless our democracy and forever bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
You're watching TVC Breakfast. It's one day to the rescheduled elections in Nigeria. The Independent National Electoral Commission says sensitive materials have been deployed and logistics put in place.
Well, the Commission says that 72.7 million Nigerians have collected their PVCs and will vote tomorrow. But how prepared is INEC this time?
All right, we have joining us now from Abuja, an election observer, Achike Chude. Achike, good morning. It's good to have you join us again. When you just listened to the broadcast by the president right now, talking about the fact that Nigerians have an encounter with history tomorrow and calling everyone to come and vote. How inspiring, or how more inspiring is this speech by the president a few minutes ago?
Yeah, hello. I guess you're asking about my impression about the president's speech.
Exactly.
Hello?
All right, Achike, I'm asking, if you can hear me, I'm asking, how more inspiring is the president's broadcast just a few minutes ago calling on Nigerians to go out to vote?
Yeah, well, I think he has done what is expected of him. It is critical that at this particular point in time, some people might have been suspicious about the motive of the president's speech, but the president has allayed whatever fears or suspicion anybody would have had. You know, he didn't take advantage of it politically. He made an broadcast that was, you know, for Nigerians, a broadcast that was devoid of partisanship or partisan politics and sentiments, and asking Nigerians to come out and cast their vote, exercise their franchise, you know, and you know, take a decision on their future. And I think he's done well. I mean, he has tried again to be a rallying voice to mobilize Nigerians to do their civic duty, and I think that is good. I was particularly impressed by the fact that it was a clearly neutral, non-partisan presidential broadcast, and so I think from that perspective he's done well, and he has tried to inspire Nigerians really in the process too.
All right, he has assured of security as well. He said that security agencies have been deployed. But if we cast our minds back just a few days ago where there were about 16 people were killed. Can you hear me, Achike Chude? I'm saying that the president has assured of security for the elections tomorrow. But if you cast your mind back to a few days ago where about 16 people were killed in Agatu in Benue State, and also an attack on the Polytechnic in Plateau State in Barikin Ladi, how much of security will be on ground, and how much more do the security agencies have to do? Achike Chude, if you can hear me, how much concern do you have in the area of security for the election tomorrow? All right, it's obvious.
Yeah, hello.
All right, if you can hear me now, Achike, I'm asking, how much concern do you have about security for elections tomorrow?
Hello.
Okay, I guess we have to leave that there now.
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Achike, if you can hear me, I'm asking about security. How much concern do you have about the security for elections tomorrow?
Yeah, look, for a period of time now in this country, our elections have been, if we have to say it as it is, getting, have been more or less, peaceful. But again, we have had in many trouble spots, a few trouble spots in the country. Talk about places like River State and some other places where somehow I think the political gladiators on both sides have not exactly helped matters. And then maybe a few other parts of the country. We are still worried about maybe the northeast and with the violence that's been going on there, the insurgency. But again, elections, we must not forget that elections held in those places, even regardless of the insecurity in that place. So I think in general terms, Nigerians are really desirous of having an election that is peaceful, an election that guarantees the continuous stability of the Nigerian state. And from what we have been told, the police is highly geared towards having an election that is peaceful. And in fairness to them, at least in the past few elections that we have had in this country, the conduct of the policemen really in many parts of the country is to be commended. They have carried themselves well. They have shown a lot of courtesy at polling units and respected the people. You might have a few deviants. This is natural in the human contest.
Achike,
but I think in general terms,
Achike, thank you very much for your analysis there. We appreciate you. Achike is an election observer speaking to us from Abuja.